Everything is good. I am actually doing very doing very good with relationships right now. Me and Concha have patched up our relationship and we're doing good now. And me and Devin are in a really good place right now.
Talk to me more about Devin.
So,
Okay, sorry.
Devin, yeah,
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I interrupted.
okay. So, Devin is actually doing really amazing. I'm so proud of him. He's been he's been working at this brewery place. He's a bartender there. He's been holding that down for a couple years now, and he's handling rent for us, which I'm so proud of him for that. And
Okay, I don't doubt any of that. Okay, I believe all of that. I believe all of that is in alignment and integrity and authenticity for you.
mhm,
Talk to me about the amount of support he needs from you, though, the amount of encouragement, the amount of support.
that he needs from me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. So he does need, it's like a balance for both of us giving support back and forth.
Okay, stop.
Um,
Stop. Just because I want to make the most of your time and help,
mhm.
and even if I just like plow through you and get you off the phone faster, that's probably better for you. Would you agree? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's okay for you to say, I love him, I like him. It's interesting to have been with someone and see them morph and evolve and now see him as a loving father, a loving provider. And I really cherish this and I really value this.
Mhm.
And at the same time, I also fucking hate how much support he needs from me. I feel bad. I feel bad saying that because I need support from him too. So who am I to complain about giving someone support when I need support too? That right there is your conundrum. Just because you need something from someone doesn't mean you have to like every little thing that they need from you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to give you an example. Her diagnosis was manic depressive bipolar with borderline personality disorder, something narcissistic with suicidal tendency.
Dang, who is this?
That's my mom.
Oh, okay.
And my dad only bullied me into taking care of her needs. But anyway, the point of that is just to kind of like paint the picture of a fucking shitty childhood. Fast
Mhm.
forward, I still love that woman. I love her to death. There's a part of me that fucking hates how much I love her. There's a part of me that loves how much I can love her. There's a part of me that loves that we're both putting in some effort to navigate maintaining a relationship. There's also a fucking part of me that absolutely hates that I will never have a truly, deeply intimate relationship with her, partly because, from my point of view, I view it as she's just unwilling to do some of the uncomfortable work of shadow work.
Mhm. That makes sense.
Okay, so I recently said, I want to come out to visit you guys, but I wanted them to pay for the airfare. My,
Yeah.
my family has a funny money story. So from this time, I let them pay for it, but then a couple of snide comments came in. I want to pay that bit back. I'm just gonna be like, you know what? Fuck it. Here you go. Because I realized
Yeah.
I need to stop putting the type of relationship I want on her. She's incapable of it.
Mhm. That's true.
And I realized I would enjoy my relationship with her so much more if I stopped viewing her as mom, but just as an older woman in my life who likes to travel too and needs a younger travel companion.
I like that.
And I would like my relationship more with her if there's no money involved because I don't like those snide comments. And I could pay her back. I can afford it. I just wanted to be treated like a little princess daughter.
Yeah.
Okay, so the important part there that I want you to hear is that I had to examine what does it mean to me if my mom pays for this? I would feel wanted, I would feel included, I would feel like she's serious about a relationship with me. And what I realized was the most important to me is that I would feel spoiled and cherished and adored.
Mhm.
Now that I know I want spoiled, cherished, and adored, I don't need to put those needs on her. I can go get them met elsewhere.
Yeah.
So, and I know that I'm painting it like picture perfect paint by color. That actually took a bit of introspection and work on my part to get to that conclusion. But now that I know that, I've gone to my other friendships to, I want to feel cherished, adored. Um, I forgot what I said. Whatever, those three things. And I found different
Mhm.
ways I can get that need met. So I now feel fulfilled instead of having a gaping hole in my heart. So for you, your equivalent of that gaping hole in heart is just a feeling, a low key feeling of exhaustion and depleted. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I want you to become aware of that so that you can now do something about it. That was the equivalent of when I went, wow, those snide comments make me feel like my mom doesn't love me, like my mom doesn't want me, like feels like they're trying to buy my love. So now we need to go through the process of getting down to what need of yours isn't getting met and how else can we get it met so that no matter what, you feel fulfilled.
Mhm.
Let me get a pen and paper so I can write down what you say. Okay, so staying on the topic of Devin, what about the support that he needs or encouragement, whatever the appropriate word is, what about it do you like not like?
Um, it would just be overextending myself um when I'm not when I don't have the energy for it.
No energy. What else? Dig deeper. Not dig deeper, but just go ahead and let it be more than one thing.
Um, like not having this, like my emotional space for it.
See, those are two separate things. Keep going.
Um,
I feel like I offer him more support than he offers me. I hate that he just always seems to ask for support when I'm depleted.
well, okay, so the only thing that well, not the only thing. So one thing that bothers is that knowing the solution, like for what he actually needs, and him not being able to hear it.
Ooh,
I guess because he's not ready to hear it. So
knowing this.
just like having to give him more space until he figures it out himself.
Wow. See, that's two right there. Knowing the solution for him and him not implementing. The other one was giving him the space.
Hmm.
Okay. So, what I want you to learn from this and take away from this is you started with the only thing, and that was the overextending one. And then we've already now uncovered four.
Yes.
So this is, we don't want you to dismiss yourself. We don't want you to bulldoze yourself. We don't want you to ignore your needs. It's far better to be in a situation, in a place of here's all my needs, just say there's 10, and be aware that, yeah, these two aren't getting met right now. Because then you're at a place that, I don't know what word you use, then you're at a place of awareness, then you're at a place of consciousness, then you're at a place of enlightenment, then you're at a place of woke. I don't know what word you use for this.
Woke.
But
Yeah.
does that make sense? You're not letting
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
shadow, your unconscious run the show. Because we know what it's like when your shadow and your unconscious is running the show. You're going to get that fucking need met, however it's met. And then before you know it, you've slept with 10 men, STDs, not saying you, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you're fully woke and you have your 10 needs, two of them aren't met, then you're at least aware and you can allow yourself to be, yeah, I'm a little disappointed those aren't getting met. Or, yeah, I am sad those aren't getting met. Or, yeah, I guess, I definitely learned those aren't my highest priorities. It would be cool if the universe can get those met because then that's you letting go of step two. But it's got to be an awareness for you even to let law of attraction kick into gear. That's you
Hmm.
letting go of, all right, I don't know how those needs are going to get met, but universe, if you could surprise and delight me. Let me give you an example. I started reading up on bell peppers and eye damage. And I don't know, there's some enzyme in bell peppers that help repair oxidative damage. I'm trying to
Oh.
do, I'm playing and practicing with like a very frugal grocery shopping thing. And I am impressed at how much healthier it's making me be.
Nice. So you're eating with purpose.
Yeah, it's definitely it's forcing me to be extremely conscious about, okay, how much I'm even gonna start weighing my damn food. Um, because I want to make sure I'm getting all the protein and all the, and all the micros, the magnesium, all that stuff. It's gonna be a journey. So just, for now, it's okay. Can you limit the food? Can you limit the money you spend on food and still get everything you need? And it's making me eat more single ingredient foods.
That's good.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. So bell peppers, though, they're a pricier vegetable, yeah.
I haven't noticed. But
They are. They're like $1 to $2 each, depending where you go. Whereas like a banana, you can get them for 30 cents. Whereas
oh
like
yeah,
spinach,
yeah.
you can get a big old bag for $2. And so I went, well, universe, number one, I don't really want to go to the grocery store, right? I'm conscious of my need of I'm being a lazy person right now.
Uh-huh.
I was like, and I want like 30 bell peppers, and I don't want to spend $30 right now. I really want to stick this like frugal thing is multiplying into other benefits for me. And it's making me much more aware of my food, and I like this trajectory that I'm on. So the very next day, a fucking friend comes over and goes, Kelly, we got so many fucking bell peppers and our pre-order. I pre-ordered, the other two people in my house will pre-order. We have so many. Can you just get these out of my house?
Nice. That's good manifesting.
Thank you. Right. So I don't need to be aware of, okay, universe, I want someone to give me these bell peppers. It was just show me how, right? Okay. So continue with that story. I don't know, maybe a week and a half later, my bell peppers were down. I'm down to like 5. And I went, hi, universe, can you come up with another creative, fun way to get them to me? I go on my damn morning walk I normally go on. This guy who has a huge backyard garden comes up, starts talking for the first time, and he was like, my bell peppers didn't do so well. My lady doesn't like how small they are. Would you want some? I was like, fuck yes.
Nice.
Okay, so that's why. So this is a little bit about you letting go of control, because there's a little bit in here about if I maintain proper etiquette, if I maintain my cool, my calm, if I maintain my mindset, then Devin will behave.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a little too much pressure on yourself. Universe, show me how it could be a little more relaxing for me to and continuing this beautiful harmonic flow we have. I want to feel more relaxed.
I do want to feel more relaxed. Not just in that department, every department.
Right.
More relaxed.
That's why you got to admit your needs without that, because you got limiting beliefs in the way. Fine. We're not in a 9-month container where we're meeting every week. I can't help you plow through them, but I can help you let go of control, as well as you admit what you need. When you admit what you need, you're letting go of step 2, and you're letting go of any limiting beliefs that you have. And that's why I gave you the law of attraction course. I don't know if you've been doing it or not, but you just focus on universe. I do like this harmonic flow we have, and I'm aware that I'd like to feel more relaxed in it. Because that way you're
Mm-hmm.
focused where you are and where you want to be, and what you're going to get is that you're not going to focus on the inner child work. You can manifest both ways. My Becoming Who
Yeah.
You Really Are course is geared for people who think that there's something deficient and missing from their childhood. So I come in and I deliver it to them with very light psychology words and with a law of attraction meditations.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking for how else can I say it? Like quick cash and more happiness. Your more happiness is going to come from feeling more relaxed day to day, and like you don't have to keep everything together for it to keep flowing well.
Yes. Yes. I feel that. I feel that.
Okay,
And
relaxation.
I'm focused on being relaxed today. That is gonna be my priority is to be relaxed today.
So your next spiritual practice for relaxation is actually, I would call it, whatever passive or quieting your mind meditation you're doing, keep doing it because you're doing a good job, mama. Look at you go. You're doing a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
Phenomenal.
Thank you.
So I want a little bit more of an active meditation in your practice. And you could do this while you're at the gym. What exercise machine do you use?
The treadmill. I go on like a steep. I do a steep walk.
Oh, fucking perfect. You're gonna get so much benefits from this. So I want you to just practice letting go of your muscles while being active.
Okay.
Because that, oh, it's just going to rewire so much stuff for you. It's going to rewire how much work I have to put in to get results. And it's literally a huge step in awareness. um,
Okay.
so just as you, because you probably warm up a little bit, right? Before you just go straight to incline.
Yeah. Just a little bit. No, I usually just go straight to incline.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, however you do it. But you know how you do that meditation when you're sitting still and you go through, relax the muscles on the top of your head, behind your eyes, your cheeks, your neck.
Mhm.
I want you to just be like, as you're working out, you might have, I don't know how steep you go or how fast you go. If it's too hard and you're like fucking panting, obviously do not do this practice then. Right. Okay.
Okay.
But I want you just to go like, huh, do I have any muscles clenched around my eyes or behind my eyes? Oh, I do. Okay. And then so it's not about when you're quietly meditating, sitting still doing this, it is about okay, keep relaxing them, keep relaxing them, keep relaxing them. When you're doing it active, it's just more, oh wow, they are tense. And normally when you bring your awareness there, it relaxes a little bit.
Mhm.
Move on to the next area after that because we're not trying to get you in a deep meditative state while working out. We're just trying to help you become aware of how much you clench your muscles. And law of attraction, you want to feel more relaxed as you're enjoying this good thing that you got as you steadily increase your income. So if you focus
Mm.
on, hey, here's a way that I'm lightly focusing on feeling more ease in my body, relaxing, more ease in my body, law of attraction is going to take over and kick in, and that's where you're going to be manifesting miracles. Out of nowhere, this opportunity came to me. Kelly, film a goddamn fucking testimonial with me. I just made $30,000. And it was from that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
I
you
feel it.
so behind your eyes, definitely do chest, definitely do your back, definitely do your stomach. And Jesus, if you forget all of those, do the front of your hips and the side of your hips, the glutes area.
Okay.
In time, add your quadriceps. Those are actually going to be the hardest.
Yeah.
Yeah, hands down, it's going to be the hardest.
Okay.
And no line, because this is your spiritual practice. It's better to be in authenticity. Wow, I did that scan and I noticed nothing. Because like a practice, after you do it for a week, 2 weeks, you'll be like, oh, I have a little tension here. Oh my God, this tension's been here for a while. Do it another week or two, and you're gonna be like, hey, it went down 2%, 5%.
You're right. Because tension, like when you're not aware of it, it just feels normal.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, you're so smart. I love it. So yeah, it's lit. So when I say it's your next spiritual practice, this might be it for a good 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, dude. I'm on when I first became aware of this practice,
Mhm.
maybe 9 months ago. It took me, I did it a few times, and then it took me 3 months to, oh, why did I stop doing that? I did it for 3 times and I didn't realize how much tension I was carrying in my body. Now I'm at a practice where I almost get it a couple times a week. So this I know it sounds simple, but this is definitely one of the harder spiritual practices I've ever done. So no being hard on yourself, but also no faking it and gloating because we don't need spiritual bypassing. We don't need ego. It's better to be, damn, I sucked at that spiritual practice. I didn't do it 2 weeks. Well, good job for me for remembering it now. I'll practice it the first minute I'm on the treadmill before I go super ridiculously steep or super fast.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna do this one because I know that tension is where you keep the old trauma, and that it's gonna be a subconscious play out unless you become aware of it and let it go.
Yeah, God, yes. Fuck yes, you're smart. Okay. So when I said quadriceps are going to be the hardest, that's going to very likely be the biggest one that you try to spiritual bypass and ignore.
Okay.
Trauma is stored in your quadriceps, so that's why I would not encourage you to start there. Because right
Ooh.
now, our goal, yeah, everywhere else in your body, you're fine. You might have a few epiphanies, a few inner children that come up, but you'll be able to, like, softly cry them out for 2 minutes on the treadmill. Don't go ridiculously fucking hard and fast on the treadmill when you're doing that. Slow down those 2 minutes. And then go, oh, that one passed.
Mhm.
Okay. Because right now, like, I realized your goal with me was not super serious trauma healing. It's just relaxation and more money. Because once you have more money, it's going to be easier to do the inner work.
Yeah.
So start everywhere else but your quadriceps, your hips and your front, the hip area, the glutes area. That's going to provide you the biggest step into relaxation, but everywhere else it's going to solidify the practice, right? First you start walking,
Mhm.
then slight incline, then big incline. So just start gentle on yourself, relax everything else.
Okay, I'll start slowly. I'm gonna do this after the call too,
Oh,
before I leave.
you're going to fucking love it. So you can do it while you're on the treadmill. You can do it when you're stretching.
Okay, I'm gonna do that when I'm stretching too.
You can do it when you're walking around at the grocery store. You can do it when you're holding, um, it's precious, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could do it when you're holding her. You can do it when she's crying. Oh, let me just explore because it's a spiritual practice. Where am I holding tension when she's happy? Oh, I am. How interesting. Well, hey, body, we're rewiring so that happiness and joy is our normal as you relax that muscle.
Yes, yes.
Oh, let me see. She's really crying right now. That's why I say it's the hardest one to do because most of the time your focus is elsewhere and you have to deliberately bring the attention back to you. Hey, she's crying right now. Where do I hold tension in my body when she's crying and upset and I don't feel like I can console her? Oh, wow, it's here. Okay, let it go. And again, it's less than a minute and then you go back to tending to your baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you have anything you want to say or questions or can I plow through to the next topic?
You can go to the next topic. I'm actually excited to try that out on the treadmill.
You're gonna love it, dude. Definitely do it in tandem with whatever else you're doing because that practice, you could do it a minute a day and you'll reap tons of benefits. As you start doing it more, like you'll just find your body once you start the practice right, it will hit a tipping point and you'll just as you're sitting there, like I felt it right now on the phone with you. I just felt my hips relax. I'm like, oh, I've hit the tipping point in my practice. Yay.
Yes.
Okay, so I would love to go to your beautiful partner next. Um, let's go through these four. I want to make sure that you understand the value and the benefit of admitting what you do like along with what you don't like.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I get. Do you understand the value and the benefit of admitting I like that he's providing and father and da da da, and but I also these four areas are a little area that I'd like some help on. Do you see the value of that and the benefit of it?
I do see the value
Because
and the benefit. Yeah.
this is going to allow you a more complex enjoyment of life. And this is what's going to take people from focusing on the silver lining, just focus on the happy thought, to just awareness of here's everything. Because whenever there's contrast, right, it's an unmet need or an unvoiced manifestation.
Mm.
So that's why contrast is good because it lets you know something else that you want.
Yes, makes you aware of it.
Yeah, if you're willing to, most people aren't willing to say, you know, I love him, I like him, but fuck, sometimes I feel like I overextend myself and have no energy. That's, ego and that stuff gets in the way. Okay. So just admit this shit to yourself or you're not on a phone call with me and you don't have me guiding it is my point. Because now
Mhm.
we get to dive in. So you overextend yourself when you have no energy. So let's explore that a little bit. Does he only ask you for support and love when your energy is depleted?
No. Um, I know that belief stems down more into my childhood, where like the only way to please my mom was to overextend myself.
Beautiful. Okay. So the reason why I asked that question is because if someone was doing that, then they have a belief system of if they truly love me, they do
Like
this.
love needs to be proved for them if they're like that.
Right. So awesome he's not doing it and awesome that you traced it back. So now though, how does he respond if you ever can't meet his need or if you ever ask for like have you ever said something like, oh, babe, you had a rough day at work. Come here, get a hug, give him some kisses on his face, and go, I really want to be there for you, but I'm also really exhausted right now and I'm feeling depleted. Is there, and then you want to like pivot to another way that you think you could get his need met while also simultaneously meeting your need. So, an
You see
example,
what happens in that situation? is where like he'll understand, but then like for some reason I'll feel guilty for, not being able to be there. I don't know.
No, that makes sense. Good. There's a activation in the becoming who you really are course. So so that guilt, right? Of course, we
Hmm.
could spend time inner child work, unraveling it, creating new belief systems, or we could just like fucking bypass that, focus on the new and get it. That's why I
Hmm.
said you want to figure out how can he meet his need while also simultaneously meeting your need. So the meeting your need while meeting his is going to be a new practice for you, but exploring different ways you can meet his needs will just bypass that guilt. You won't need
Yeah,
to feel guilty if you are meeting his need.
that's true.
So let me give you an example. Like, let's say he's a talker and just needs to be listened and heard.
Hmm.
That's where just as he starts talking, and you could tell maybe it's more emotional dumping than venting. Or maybe it's just no matter what it is, whether he's being healthy or unhealthy, it's just like a fuck, I am socially tapped out. Like, no. Um, you just go up, be like, babe, give him a hug. I'm so sorry. So sorry to hear you've had a bad day. That must have been so frustrating. Come here, get some kisses and love. Kiss his face, kiss his arms, rub his chest, and then go, it's probably going to feel better, especially if you identify the actual emotion he's feeling. Because I can definitely energetically, that's his big component that's missing is validation.
Hmm.
So from your point of view, you're not trying to solve the problem, right? That's what you're doing right now. That's exhausting you. Let's okay. Let's read you're solving via I don't know how to word it, via action, via trying to get the solution, trying to here's what you do to solve it for yourself long term. Whereas instead, if you practice validation, it just be like, baby, am I hearing that you're feeling frustrated because you don't feel like you're heard at work? They'll be like, yes, that's the problem you want solved, not the longer term spiritual trauma healing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, just
What?
what he just wants validation for how he's feeling
Yes.
at that point.
And that's going to be huge and key because that's what little kids need too. Like I was babysitting a 2-year-old, and 2-year-olds don't really have the capability. 3-year-olds do, but you can start when they're 2. She had her first toddler meltdown on me. And what I did is I just
Oh yeah.
yeah, I've never had one, but I just got down on the floor with her so she wasn't alone. As she was crying and she was mad at me, so she turned away from me and was just crying really loud. But I was down there with her, and so when she looked back, she saw that I was there with her. I wasn't abandoning her and her emotions and her unpleasant emotion. When she turned back around, and you could tell she was looking for comfort at that point, I put my hand on her back and rubbed it, and I waited for her to like not when she was screaming and wasn't going to hear, right? Because you're saying that with Devin,
Hmm.
he can't hear it. I waited for her to like start sniffling, and she kind of looked at me, and I went, "Are you feeling a little better?" She kind of nodded her head, and I went, "Are you upset because I took the thing you were playing with away from you?" She's nodded her head. I went, "Yeah." I went, "Oh, I understand that, sweetheart. But look, it was chores I had to get done, and we just got to get these chores done so we can go back to the living room and play with your actual toys, not a fork." That was validating her. Do you see that?
Yeah, that was validated.
That's all he's looking for. He doesn't know how to identify his emotions. And when someone doesn't know how to identify their emotions, like he's 10 steps behind you in identifying the emotions. You needed to be prodded to uncover the unpleasant emotions. He in general just struggles with identifying how he feels. So all you need to do is like, am I hearing that you're feeling frustrated? I'm not, oh, are you feeling overwhelmed? Oh, are you feeling like no matter what you do at work, they're never going to be satisfied? So you have to like kill a part of yourself to be able to survive there? Yeah, babe. Then you're like, oh, come here, get a hug. Like, I'm sorry you feel that way. That's not fun. That's not good. I was like, but I really appreciate that you're doing that for us and the family.
Hmm.
Georgia Spirit Guide is asking, do you see how that's also going to increase the amount of love between you two?
Yeah.
He's saying that's what you really want. Mic drop. And so this will help you expend less energy because instead of like that impulse that your energy lurching towards him feeling, it's just going to be, oh wait, I have to help him identify how he feels. And the way that I help him identify how he feels is the more relaxed I am in my body, I can feel how I feel, so I'm not abandoning myself anymore. And I could maybe try to hear what he's saying behind his words.
Mhm.
That's going to leave you feeling like 10 times less exhausted and depleted than you feel.
Yes, I could see that.
Okay, so now I want to move to the 10% of the time, the really low percentage of time that you're just absolutely socially tapped out. The words are simply, and I don't know him. I don't know how healthy he is. I don't know how he explodes or doesn't explode. So if this isn't going to work, it's not going to work. Just tell me and I'll come up with something else for you, okay?
Okay.
But it's, Devin, I'm so sorry that you're feeling so tired. I would encourage physical touch. Give him a hug, the 30 seconds, choice and feel good. I'm so sorry you're having a bad day. I'm so depleted and tired right now, though. Is there something else we could do besides listening? Can we cuddle? Can we watch a funny TV show to distract ourselves together?
Mhm. Yeah, usually physical touch works, like hugs and yeah, if words don't.
Does that make sense
Or if
though,
words
to like offer
yeah.
him other ways and then he's in an empowered choice to choose?
Yeah, that'll definitely work.
Yeah, and that's not abandoning you and your needs. That, if you're able to implement that, will take away the I have to keep everything together feeling.
Mhm.